Ghanatube, so Modofo Snowy Masai so what na say. And some ekoso ewo omagani. Won sa ebeka na yebo era insem ni dia ebusiafo just say in some ekoso no dos nti we mensem na se mennom enkwan no enja fufu ne ba kotie insem ekoso na se me ba na matwa so e dia mama.
There are concerns that if this were a proper national security arrest, no amount of persuasion would have stopped it.
You know, Afenyo Makin yesterday pleaded, if I call him, ask him whether he didn't plead yesterday that he will present him this morning at 10 o'clock. That is what led to the abrogation of the operation. Other than that, all of them will have spent the night and a vigil in his house to prevent the security from exercising their responsibility.
Because an arrest operation properly so constituted should have gone through.
That's what I'm saying. Because he pleaded and because we are a listening government, we are not like the MPP who will go to a church where Chatuchikata and the wife were worshipping and will still pluck them out like mangoes from a tree in spite of the protestations of the clergy. Jerry Rawlings was invited. He responded. Honorable Ÿatatement was arrested like a cock. Side scenario, the same. Just recently, wasn't Bobby arrested in his studio for daring to talk about government's complicity in land acquisition? Wasn't Mensa Thompson arrested like an armed robber because he dared to talk about the president's children using the presidential aircraft? What are we talking about here? They are coming and say, I didn't even be there. What have we seen in this country?
So for you, nothing on what happened yesterday?
No. Look, what I will say here is that, look, I'm happy Seth mentioned that he sat in that position Ntim Fojo is sitting in.
That's what, 8 years ago?
Yes, last week I asked him, would he have conducted himself the way Ntim Fojo is conducting himself? When you have made a pronouncement, and the pronouncement is yet to be proven, and you've been queried about it, do you go about repeating those pronouncements? You understand? Repeating those announcements on various media. Would you do that? 2, would he have exercised those opportunities and channels open to him as a ranking member of parliament instead of what Ntim Fojo did? I know him. There were so many instances of this issue where he conducted himself appropriately, the way an MP should conduct himself. Because we as MP, we have opportunities to seek a sort of information. Even an ordinary Ghanaian, he has the right to RTI.
Yeah.
So if you've done this, and you yourself, you know, you've put out there false information, because he says it's suspicion. How can you just go on a tangent of a suspicion and you say now you are inviting people to come and brief you? What right are you exercising without your committee of parliament? Ask him. I've been a ranking member before, I've been a chairman of a committee before. Both sides, the leadership of the committee will agree that let's have this meeting. It can be a request from any member through the leadership, and when it's so agreed, then we do that. But you can't go and make pronouncements out there, and now you call security agencies to come and brief you. Brief you as who? As what?
As a ranking member on the committee.
A ranking member doesn't work alone.
The minority says he spoke on their behalf.
What I'm saying that the minority alone cannot call for that meeting. He's here asking whether the minority will request for a meeting through the chairman of the committee and the clerk. That's the parliamentary procedure. You think that any minority can ask for a briefing, majority can, then how are we going to manage information and such sensitive information from the security services? If the defense and interior committee on the minority will ask for a meeting, and the majority will also ask for a meeting, and those briefings could vary depending on situations. So how do we have a cohesive message as a group? So what I'm saying here is that, look, somebody must advise him to Fojo. And I will let Afonyo Makin to exercise that opportunity given him today, 10 o'clock, he must present in Team Fojo for the questioning that is supposed to be questioned, so that we can all have a peace. Because what they did yesterday was unruly and was total disrespect to the security services. And I heard one of the people talking about what? Warrant. Check the Public Offences Act. A police officer from the rank of a superintendent can effect an arrest without a warrant. You mean when a police officer sees somebody committing a crime, he must go for a warrant before he arrests the person? You understand?
Yeah.
And this one, you have been invited. All this invitation is nothing.
He's denied receiving any invitation.
The invitation was extended to him through his minority leader. Ask him. Through his minority leader. And two, let me say this. Me, between 2017, January to August, I visited the police headquarters more than 13 times. I visited Yoko more than 5 times. I had NIB in my house, then BNI.
On what grounds?
Said no's. Said no's. I didn't know what I had done. And you're talking about people's houses. Didn't Abronye, with all that his dental formation.
Oh no, we'll take it easy.
You know, enter my house, harass my wife and children over a presumed car. So these things have happened. You see, what was him is the fact that when it happens to anybody from the MPP, then hell must break loose. So, but when it happens to anybody from the NDC, we are not human beings.
Oh, see,
so those things should not be talked about.
Tangent, then he feeds into the narrative of the tit for tat and eye for an eye.
I'm saying that. If it was right when they did it,
it is right.
It cannot be wrong today. They cannot claim it to be wrong today. Why do you think? Are they special human beings? Are they better than us? If we all agree, if we are saying that it is not right, then from today, let all of us learn from it.
But will 2 wrongs make a right?
What are you talking about? Was it right when they did it to Chachu Chikata?
And you were not happy then?
Because before then, we had the opportunity to do that. We did it. Look, Professor Mills came to set an example.
So
when they did all those things, Professor Mills came and we said, no. Father for all, let it be. Ask him. Accept that we even had their people stay in office for 6 months. Some of their chief executives, because we thought that let the past be the past. But in spite of those beautiful magnanimous situations we created, they didn't see it as something good enough to help us repair the image of governance. They still went after us brutally. What didn't happen to Sam George at Ayawaso West Ogon? Did they consider that he was an MP? Did they? Even that one, when the white paper has been issued, the government still did not even punish the people who were involved. And look,
you see, what we've managed to do is to create controversies around this matter and leave the actual issue. We haven't dealt with whether or not indeed.
From 10 o'clock this morning, I'm sure the actual issue will be dealt with if Intim Virtual becomes civil enough.
If the minority leader begged that he would present the Asen South MP today at 10 a.m., what concessions were made on your part?
Yeah, so we agreed that we are holding we are holding him to his word. And if he doesn't, we shall pluck him from his house.
Because you see, there are concerns that there are instances where persons have been invited, they attend upon the invitation, and they are arrested.
When you attend upon an invitation, the police takes your statement. The police have the right to decide that whether the statement you give is enough for them to charge you, and when they charge you, it's either they keep you or you'll be granted self-recognizance bail. It's the right of the police. You understand? You are invited. You write your statement. They question you. When they question you, the answers you will give will tell the police what action to take next. Whether to charge you formally and whether they should let you go on a bail. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Intimfojo presenting himself to the police. He is lucky, he is privileged as a member of parliament. He will be considered, his statement will not, maybe he will give an opportunity to go home and report to the police. Some of us went through that. And I'm saying that once he's been invited, he should honor that invitation. Because if you don't honor it, you are showing gross disrespect to the security agencies. And they are mandated by law to take any action necessary to make sure you respect the law.
Nyahakotie and Semnoa comment section. Train of our comments, Ebra, na major bra, I can kind of Ediamo one by one. So reply, I want some reply, Eddie Amor fair. It was for her. Ghanatube so open send it there. It was for now. Do we need action? Unsubscribe here. Subscribe and I hit the notification bell no for more and quick updates. What of us knowing is this year day. It was for my crown.